Hello, hello, and welcome. I am Webweaver, and I am so glad that you have found my channel here today. This is where I do a one card tarot reading just to give us some guidance for our day ahead. Getting business out of the way, these are for entertainment purposes only. And I am using the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. This deck is different than your traditional tarot, so I do have notes here to help guide me in my readings because I do not have these memorized yet. Some of them are becoming familiar to me, but they are not memorized. So, all right. This is going to be for Saturday, July 5th. All right. I hope you all had a lovely Thursday. Wasn't in much of a celebratory mood, but we did do a few activities, so. Saturday, July 5th. All right. What we need to know for the day. What's our message for the day? Card we'll leave out here. What we need to know for the day. What's our message for the day? What we need to know for the day. What's our message for the day? What we need to know for the day. What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? That was a bunch that fell out. That was just a bad shuffle there. So, all right. I'm going to split the deck. I will grab the card that came in the middle. I do not read reversals. It's the Queen of Air, which we just had the other day, but this one also fell out. So we're going to see how these two play here. So the one that fell out is the Three of Earth. And I remember this one. This represents a time of preparation. Do the necessary groundwork. The outcome can only be equal to what you put in. It can also symbolize a time of sacrifice ahead. If you find yourself having challenging moments in the future, know that all you hope to achieve is dependent on your willingness to make a commitment now and honor that commitment in the end. What are you willing to do now in order to achieve the outcome you desire? So that was the first card. And then we have the Queen of Air. And then we'll see how these two cards go together. So the Queen of Air says, this is one who may at times seem to be cold and distant. It may be said that she lacks empathy. She's not unfeeling, rather, she is a critical thinker, possessed of a very analytical mind. She relates to others more easily on an intellectual level. She represents a need to think clearly without emotional response. Without emotions clouding judgments and perception. Emotional detachment is necessary. An emotional response, or one born of an intuitive feeling, is counterproductive at this time. She represents a need to speak honestly, with honesty and authority, and to be just and fair. Allow those around to speak with the same freedom, even if it challenges you. So it looks as though today we are being told, or for tomorrow, since this reading is for Saturday, I'm going to just put these images together here. Okay. This is a time of preparation. You need to do the groundwork. Whatever it is you want, there may be sacrifices ahead. But as long as you commit to what it is that you want, whatever it is that you want right now, then you will get what it is that you're working for. But while we are doing that, we need to make sure that we do not let our emotions cloud our judgments, our emotions to influence what it is that we're doing. We need to just do the work. Let's see if I do it like this, maybe. That's a little better. You can see them both. We need to do the work, put in the work, the time of preparation, work toward your desires, but do so with emotional detachment. You need to speak with honesty. You need to say what it is that you need. Have the authority behind your voice. Allow others to do the same. But I'm really feeling that this is about you need to do the work and you need to emotionally detach from it. So I know sometimes when I'm working on a project, I I'll get frustrated if something isn't happening the way I want it or as fast as I want it. So frustration sets in, or maybe I don't have the skill that I wish I had and I get irritated. Um, it might be a little bit of thinking, well, nobody's going to want to watch this anyway, or nobody's going to want to take a class on this anyway, or, I just kind of get that emotion in there. We need to do the work. We need to prepare for what it is that we want. He's planting the seeds. He's planting those seeds. And yes, there's hopefulness there. Anytime we have a project, anytime we're working on something, anytime we have a dream, there is hope there. That's part of it. But when we're doing the work to get these things to grow, there needs to be some emotional detachment. So, whatever it is you are working toward tomorrow, whatever it is, um, it's a weekend. So, if this is something that you are working on just for you, maybe not a career, perhaps, maybe it's a hobby, maybe it is a career, I don't know. Emotional detachment as you work through it is the message of the day. Do the preparation, do the groundwork, but don't let your emotions cloud your judgment as you do that groundwork. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to meditate, pardon me, on the imagery of the cards. And I will be back tomorrow with your next reading. I hope you all have a lovely evening and a day where you get to work toward your dreams tomorrow. Blessed be.